Hey guys, today I'm turning chicken into something wild with a splash of limoncello and a whole lot of flavor. It's zesty, it's juicy, and an absolute killer for weeknight dinners. Let's jump right in. You want to slightly thin out the chicken breast. Lay down a sheet of plastic wrap. Place one of the chicken breasts in the center and cover it with a second layer of plastic wrap. Pound the chicken until it's about a ½ inch in thickness. These are pretty thin already, so I'm only going to even them out a bit. I'm also going to poke them with a fork so that the sauce can get absorbed throughout the chicken, making it super flavorful. Next, I'm going to set up the flouring station. I'm using about 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I season it with about a ¼ teaspoon of salt, ¼ teaspoon of black pepper, and a ¼ teaspoon of curry powder, which goes really good with chicken. And for a kick, I use red pepper flakes, about a ¼ teaspoon. And then I'm just going to give it a good mix. Lay the chicken in the flour one at a time. I press it down and flip it to get a nice even coat on both sides. Shake off any excess flour and put it aside. I'll do the same for the rest of the chicken pieces. Now get a deep skillet over medium heat. Pour in about 1/4 cup of olive oil and 2 or 3 pads of butter. When you see the butter and oil bubbling, you're ready. Place the floured chicken in the skillet. Lay them down away from you, being careful not to splash the hot oil. And press them down and make sure they sit flat in the oil. I'm going to try to get all 3 pieces in the pan if I can. I season them with a little bit of salt and crushed black pepper. After they've cooked for about 3 minutes aside, you should be ready to pull them out. Look at that light sear and beautiful golden color. Place the chicken on a plate with paper towels. This will help soak up any leftover oil. Now the pasta water has come to a boil. I've already added 2 tablespoons of salt to it. I'm using Cavatappi pasta, which is a spiral tube type pasta that'll pair well with the chicken recipe. Give it a stir and place the lid on. I'm cooking it for about 8 to 10 minutes or until it's al dente. In the meantime, let's get the sauce for the chicken finished. I use the same pan as I cooked the chicken in. Turn the heat to medium and pour in 1 cup of chicken broth. While that heats up, let's get the 2 green onions chopped. Don't forget to set aside some of the green parts for a garnish later. And let's get the onions into the pulp. And then I'm going to get some of the zest off this pre-washed lemon. You'll want to get only the yellow part and not the white pith, which will make your sauce very bitter. Just keep rotating the lemon as you drag it across. I think we got as much as we could off this lemon. Now get that into the pool too. And for the special ingredient, I'm using an Italian lemon liqueur called Limoncello. This is great all by itself, but today I'm adding it to this chicken dish. I'm using about 2 ounces of limoncello. Turn up the heat to medium-high and give everything a good stir. And now to punch up that lemon flavor even more. Cut up the lemon and try to remove as many of the seeds as I can. And I like making these slices somewhat thicker. Use the thicker end pieces to squeeze the lemon juice into the sauce, and then get all the slices into the sauce too. Because I like my sauce spicy, I'm going to add another pinch of hot pepper flakes. If you don't want it spicy, just leave them out. We're going to need 2 cloves of fresh garlic to add even more flavor to this fabulous dish. My trick to removing the skin from garlic is to pinch the clove and twist. This skin comes right off. Instead of using a garlic press, I prefer to use a grater. I just think it's easier. Make sure to scrape off all that garlic goodness from the grater. Stir the sauce once more. By this time it should be at a slow boil. It's time to get the chicken back into this beautiful golden jacuzzi. Place the chicken in and flip them around a few times to completely soak them in the sauce. I'm going to get the lemon slices on top of the chicken for a better look. 1 last touch of black pepper and salt to taste. And the last pat of butter to help thicken the sauce and give it a gorgeous sheen. Allow it to cook for a couple more minutes. Then finish it off with some freshly chopped parsley, or you can use some of the remaining green onions. I'm pulling out the chicken so that I can get some of the sauce out the spoon over the pasta that's already been drained and sitting in the pot. For a great presentation, grab a large platter and pour out the pasta like this. Try this in front of your guests, they'll go crazy. Get the chicken along with the lemon slices and place them on top of the pasta. Spoon over the remaining sauce and grate some Parmigiano Reggiano over the top. And finally, add a few sprigs of fresh basil to finish the look. Wow, this looks amazing. Are you ready to eat? I need to have me a taste. I want a piece of this chicken here. I'm just gonna cut into it. Oh, it's so juicy. I mean, look at it. Fantastic. Here, and that sauce, fantastic. It's got a little bit of zest there for the hot spiciness of the chili peppers that we put in. Oh yeah. That lemon flavor, fresh lemon, the limoncello, a little sweetness there too. Fantastic. You guys got to give this a shot. If you like quick and bold recipes just like this, hit that like, subscribe, and drop a lemon in the comments section. And remember, keep it simple, tasty, and quick, and I'll see you in the next video.